The birth of function in the untamed frontier. Fashion wasn't born from luxury, it was born from survival. Wind, heat, storms, thorns, bullets. The people of the West dressed not to look good, but to stay alive. 2. The hat that ruled the sun. The cowboy hat wasn't just a hat. It was a roof under the sun, an umbrella in the rain, a fan in the heat, and a bowl for water. Shape, size, and tilt told you who the man was and where he came from. 3. Denim, the fabric of grit before it was fashion. Denim was armor. Riveted jeans were worn by miners, cattlemen, railroad workers, and ranch hands. No logo, no label, just blue cloth soaked in sweat, dust, and blood. Tough, reliable, Western. 4. Boots built for the saddle. High heels, not for dance floors. They locked into stirrups like gears in a machine. Pointed toes slipped into leather loops. Cowboy boots weren't designed, they were engineered. Made for long rides, quick draws, and silent pride. 5. The bandana, a cloth with 100 lives. A cowboy's bandana was a filter, a tourniquet, a sling, a napkin, a signal flag, a mask, a sweat cloth. Folded just right, it was also a sign of where you'd been. Red meant bold. Black meant quiet. Every fold held miles of story. 6. Women of the wind. Pioneer women stitched their own strength. Aprons, petticoats, wide skirts for work and dignity. Clothes built to kneel in soil, ride in wagons, stand in storms. And when the time came to stand tall in town, Western women dressed with purpose and pride. 7. The duster coat. Long, flapping, covered in trail dust. The duster coat wasn't glamorous, but when it blew behind a rider on the move, it looked like thunder. The cape of the West, the cloak of a drifter. 8. Spurs and sound. A cowboy's arrival didn't begin with a voice. It began with a jingle. Spurs on worn boots told townsfolk, someone's coming, and depending on the tone, they either looked or looked away. 9. Native craft, eternal influence. Feathers, beads, fringe, bone, symbols not of style, but of spirit. Native artisans shaped the West before the West even had a name. Their fashion wasn't stitched for trend. It was passed down in blood and belief. 10. Outlaws and shadow. Where outlaws knew fashion, not the polished kind, but the kind that made people nervous. Black hats, dusty coats, loose belts. A lawman stood tall. An outlaw leaned into the shadows. 11. The rise of the saloon. Look, velvet, lace, ruffles, gold chains. The saloon wasn't just a bar, it was a theater. Women wore dresses that flirted with danger. Men dressed sharp to gamble bold. It was performance, in boots. 12. Hollywood's Western dream. Then came lights, cameras, myths. Hollywood scrubbed the West clean. Perfect hats, clean shirts, tough jawlines, and whiter than white smiles. It wasn't real, but it was beautiful. And suddenly, fashion followed the fantasy. 13. Silver screen stereotypes. The cowboy became a costume. A white hat meant good. A black hat meant bad. Every boot had polish. Every vest had perfect stitching. Hollywood turned grit into gloss, and the world loved it. 14. Annie, Calamity, and the Wild Women. Annie Oakley, Calamity Jane, Belle Starr. They didn't just ride like men. They dressed with purpose, mixing leather with lace, steel with silk. Their look was iconic because it broke rules, and the West remembered. 15. Guns and accessories. Holsters weren't just tools, they were statements. Tooled leather, silver buckles, quick release straps. A man's rig said everything about him before he even drew his weapon, and if he never had to, even better. 16. Fringes and motion. Fringe wasn't decoration. It helped jackets dry faster after rain, helped riders move easier on horseback, and flowed like a flag in the wind. Then it became a symbol of rebellion, of rhythm, of the wild. 17. The Western suit. Pearl snaps, embroidered shoulders, a blend of ranch hand and rock star. The Western suit hit the music scene and never looked back. It was country. It was flash. It was America in thread. 18. Rodeo kings and stage queens. From rodeo arenas to country music stages, Western fashion grew louder, brighter, prouder. Stars wore rhinestones, boots got higher, and no one whispered in denim anymore, they shouted in it. 19. Modern Western revival, the West return. In Paris, in New York, on TikTok, designers rediscovered cowboy cuts. Celebrities were fringe like armor, and suddenly, the grit was cool again. Not old, not forgotten, just reloaded. 20. The West never left because in the end Western fashion isn't a costume. It's not nostalgia. It's identity. It's standing tall, walking slow and saying little. It's the echo of a spur, the tug of a bandana, the shadow of a wide-brimmed hat under sunset light. The West never left. It just learned how to shine.